the quiet corridors of Lincoln Middle School, where the echoes of laughter and the screech of sneakers were everyday symphonies, timid Alex Ramirez trudged along, his gaze fixed firmly on the scuffed tiles below. Known among his peers for his shyness and the thick glasses perched precariously on his nose, Alex was an easy target for the school's notorious bullies. Day after day, he bore the brunt of their taunts, each jeer a sharp jab to his already wavering confidence. However, beneath this facade of vulnerability lay a brilliant mind, capable of strategic thinking far beyond his years. A secret prowess Alex kept well hidden, even from his closest friends. Chess, the game of kings and queens, was his silent sanctuary. In the quiet of his room, the chessboard was the battlefield where he exercised control, his intellect flourishing with each tactical move. As the school's annual chess tournament approached, whispers of the reigning champion, Tyler Bishop, filled the air. Tyler, charismatic and cunning, was a stark contrast to Alex. He wasn't just the star chess player, he was also one of Alex's chief tormentors. The thought of facing Tyler across the chessboard was a daunting prospect for Alex. Yet, driven by a quiet determination and the desire to prove himself, Alex secretly registered for the tournament. Unbeknownst to everyone, the bullied, unassuming kid harbored a strategic genius, honed in solitude and sharpened in silence. As the tournament day approached, the stakes were higher than ever. Not only was this Alex's chance to challenge the school champion, but it was also his opportunity to turn the tables, to shift the narrative from victim to victor. In the shadowy halls of Lincoln Middle School, a storm was brewing, one move at a time. Alex Ramirez's world was one of contrasts. At home, he was the cherished only child of loving parents who admired his quiet nature and intellectual curiosity. His father, a former high school chess champion, had introduced Alex to chess at the tender age of 5. The game quickly transformed from a playful bonding activity into a serious passion. Each evening, the clack of chess pieces on the board was a familiar sound in the Ramirez household, with Alex's mother often watching in quiet pride as her son outmaneuvered his father in increasingly complex games. School, however, was a different story. Alex's introversion and academic focus made him an outlier among his more boisterous peers. His reluctance to engage in rough sports or loud banter left him on the fringes of school social life, where bullies often preyed on those who stood out by their difference. Tyler Bishop, with his easy charm and a knack for gathering a crowd, often led the charge. His taunts were not just reserved for the hallways, they spilled over into social media, where Alex's every attempt at interaction was met with mockery. Amidst these trials, Alex found solace in Mrs. Ellen Whitmore, the school librarian. A former chess enthusiast herself, Mrs. Whitmore recognized Alex's talent early on when she caught him studying chess books during lunch breaks in the library's quiet corners. She encouraged his passion, providing him with advanced chess literature, and sometimes they played a game or two after school hours. Her library became a haven for Alex, a place where he could sharpen his skills and shield himself from the harsh social landscape of middle school. The environment at Lincoln Middle School was typical of any suburban middle school, except for its highly competitive chess club, led by Coach Simmons. The chess club was the jewel of Lincoln's extracurricular offerings, boasting several regional championships, largely thanks to Tyler's unmatched skill. Coach Simmons, a stern but fair man, had always seen potential in Alex during chess club meetings, but Alex's reluctance to shine under scrutiny kept him from being in the limelight. As the annual school chess tournament approached, the atmosphere was abuzz with excitement and anticipation. Tyler was confident, already boasting to his clique about securing another easy win. Unseen by Tyler and his followers, Alex's quiet determination grew. Every sneer from Tyler only added fuel to Alex's inner fire. The library sessions became more intense, with Mrs. Whitmore pushing Alex to not only master the game, but also to believe in his ability to stand up under pressure. Meanwhile, Alex's friendship with Jamie, a fellow classmate and a member of the AV club, who was often bullied himself, provided him with the emotional support he needed. Jamie admired Alex's resilience and often encouraged him to showcase his talent beyond the confines of their quiet hangouts. The contrast between Alex's two worlds was stark. At home, he was a champion. At school, he was invisible at best and a target at worst. Yet, within him, the lines began to blur as his confidence in his chess skills started to seep into his school persona. With each passing day, the shy, bullied kid who walked the school's corridors was slowly being replaced by a strategist, ready to make his move. As the tournament day loomed, Alex was not only prepared to face his adversary over the chessboard, but was also quietly gearing up to challenge the social dynamics that had defined his school life for so long. This tournament wasn't just about chess. It was about claiming a space where he was seen, acknowledged, and respected. The inciting incident occurred just a week before the tournament during a routine chess club meeting, which took an unexpected turn that would redefine Alex's role both in chess and at school. As usual, Alex sat quietly at the back of the room, observing the matches, his presence almost unnoticed by the other club members. Tyler, basking in the attention of his peers, decided to showcase his prowess by challenging anyone brave enough to face him in an impromptu match. His eyes, gleaming with mischief, eventually landed on Alex. "Why not you, Alex?" "Come show us what you've got," Tyler taunted, loud enough for the whole room to hear. The room filled with laughter and sneers as all eyes turned to Alex, expecting him to shy away as he usually did. However, this time, something in Alex snapped. Perhaps it was the culmination of all the bullying, or perhaps the silent encouragement from Mrs. Whitmore, who nodded subtly at him from her desk. With a calmness that surprised even himself, Alex stood up and walked to the chessboard set up at the front of the room. The laughter died down as he sat opposite Tyler, arranging his pieces with a steady hand. The match began with Tyler's aggressive openings, but Alex countered them with unexpected finesse, quickly turning the game to his advantage. The room grew silent as the players and onlookers realized that Alex was not just participating, he was dominating. The match ended with Alex's quiet checkmate, leaving Tyler stunned and the entire chess club in awe. This victory marked a turning point for Alex. He was no longer just the bullied kid, but a serious contender in the upcoming tournament, and potentially a new chess champion in the making. The unexpected victory over Tyler in the chess club meeting had a ripple effect that reverberated throughout Lincoln Middle School. News of Alex's triumph spread like wildfire, stirring a mix of shock and admiration among students and faculty alike. Tyler, embarrassed by his public defeat, was not ready to concede his status as the reigning chess champion. His surprise loss sparked a fierce determination to reclaim his dominance, setting the stage for a highly anticipated showdown at the upcoming tournament. In the days leading up to the tournament, Alex's daily life transformed significantly. The same peers who had once ignored or mocked him were now watching him with a newfound respect and curiosity. However, not all attention was positive. Tyler, feeling threatened, intensified his efforts to undermine Alex. He spread rumors that Alex's win was just a fluke and challenged him to impromptu matches between classes, hoping to catch him off guard. Simultaneously, Alex faced internal challenges. The pressure of living up to his new reputation as a chess prodigy was daunting. He knew that all eyes would be on him at the tournament, expecting him to either validate his initial win as genuine or falter under pressure. The fear of disappointing those who had started to believe in him weighed heavily on his shoulders. Mrs. Whitmore, ever supportive, noticed the change in Alex's demeanor and took him aside one afternoon in the library. "Alex, remember why you play chess," she advised gently. "It's not about proving yourself to Tyler or anyone else. It's about the joy of the game and the satisfaction of knowing you've done your best. Play for those reasons, and you'll always come out a winner, no matter the score." Emboldened by her words, Alex dedicated himself to rigorous preparation, spending hours each day after school studying chess tactics and playing practice games with Mrs. Whitmore and other members of the chess club. Jamie, his closest friend, also played a crucial role during this period, helping Alex stay grounded and focused. They reviewed historical chess matches, discussing strategies and potential moves by legendary players, which helped Alex expand his understanding of the game. Meanwhile, Tyler was doing some preparation of his own. He enlisted the help of a former regional chess champion, seeking advanced coaching to refine his strategies and counter Alex's playing style. The competition, once a friendly school activity, had escalated into a fierce rivalry, drawing attention from the entire school community. As the tournament approached, the atmosphere at Lincoln Middle School was electric. Posters announcing the event lined the hallways, and students talked of little else. Teachers and students alike speculated on the outcome, some rooting for Alex to cement his newfound status, others loyal to Tyler and eager for his comeback. The night before the tournament, Alex lay awake in bed, the chessboard of his mind cluttered with moves and countermoves. He visualized the chessboard, imagining various outcomes. His mother knocked softly on his door, stepping in to sit beside him. "You've already made me proud, Alex," she said, echoing Mrs. Whitmore's sentiment. "Tomorrow, just do your best. That's all anyone can ask for." With his mother's words soothing some of his anxiety, Alex finally found sleep, dreaming of chessboards and the quiet click of pieces moving across the board. He awoke the next morning with a sense of clarity and purpose. He was ready to face not just Tyler, but also his own fears and doubts, no matter what the outcome. The day of the tournament arrived, bringing with it a culmination of all the tension, preparation, and rivalries that had been building for weeks. Alex stepped into the school auditorium turned chess arena, ready to prove that his victory against Tyler was no mere fluke, but the emergence of a true chess genius. The auditorium buzzed with excitement as students and teachers filled the makeshift gallery, their chatter a mix of speculation and eager anticipation. The chessboards were lined up in the center, each spotlighted, with the final board reserved for the championship match between Alex and Tyler. As the competitors settled into their seats, the room's energy shifted from festive to intense, all eyes fixed on the central duel that was about to unfold. Tyler sat confidently, his fingers drumming on the table, a smirk playing across his lips as he eyed Alex settling across from him. His demeanor radiated certainty, a stark contrast to Alex's composed yet inwardly turbulent state. Alex set up his pieces meticulously, his hands steady despite the fluttering in his stomach. He glanced around, catching sight of Mrs. Whitmore's encouraging nod and Jamie's thumbs up from the crowd. The match began with Tyler's aggressive opening, a well-known gambit that had intimidated many opponents into quick defeats. Alex, however, had prepared for this. He countered calmly, his moves thoughtful and deliberate, drawing on the countless hours of study and practice. The game progressed rapidly, with each player barely pausing to consider their moves, their strategies unfolding in a tense ballet of attack and defense. As the pieces moved across the board, it became clear that this was not just a battle of skill, but of wills. Tyler's initial confidence began to waver as Alex parried every thrust with unexpected cunning. Whispers rippled through the audience as the momentum shifted. Alex's defense transitioned into a subtle yet aggressive counterattack, putting Tyler on the defensive for the first time in the tournament. The match reached its zenith when Alex sacrificed his queen, a bold move that drew gasps from the spectators. It was a high-risk strategy that left Tyler flustered, his brow furrowed as he tried to discern Alex's intentions. The clock ticked down, adding pressure with each passing second. Tyler's moves became more frantic, his usual swagger giving way to uncertainty. Alex, in contrast, remained focused and serene, his strategy clear in his mind. He had visualized this scenario, playing it over in the quiet of his room, the guidance from Mrs. Whitmore echoing in his thoughts. With each move, Alex systematically dismantled Tyler's defenses, his pieces inching closer to the king. Finally, with a gentle click, Alex moved his rook into position, delivering checkmate. The room fell silent for a moment, the significance of the move settling in. Then, as if on cue, the auditorium erupted in applause. Alex had not only won the match but had done so with a flair that left the audience in awe. Tyler stared at the board in disbelief before extending his hand across the table. "Good game," he muttered, his voice a mixture of defeat and respect. Alex shook his hand, a gracious smile on his face, his heart pounding with the thrill of victory and the relief of overcoming his greatest challenge. This victory was more than just a win in a school tournament. It was a personal triumph over the doubts and fears that had shadowed Alex for so long. He had proven to himself and everyone else that he was not defined by the bullying and intimidation he had endured, but by his resilience and his mastery of the game he loved. As the applause died down and the crowd began to disperse, the reality of Alex's victory began to sink in. Students and teachers alike approached him, offering congratulations and admiration for his strategic prowess. The respect in their eyes was new to Alex, a stark departure from the indifference and disdain he had grown accustomed to. Tyler, still grappling with the loss, lingered in the background. The defeat was a humbling experience for him, challenging his previous notions of superiority. In a quiet moment, away from the lingering crowd, he approached Alex. "You really had me there," Tyler admitted, his tone more reflective than resentful. "I underestimated you and I shouldn't have. Can you teach me that move sometime?" His request, genuine and devoid of earlier arrogance, marked a significant shift in their relationship. Alex, surprised but pleased by the olive branch, nodded. "Sure, we can learn a lot from each other," he responded, signaling not just a readiness to share his knowledge, but also to build bridges. Back at home, Alex's victory was a celebratory affair. His parents, who had heard about the win from a delighted Mrs. Whitmore, prepared his favorite dinner. The evening was filled with laughter and stories, a stark contrast to the anxiety that had clouded their home in the days leading up to the tournament. Alex's mother, her eyes brimming with pride, reiterated how proud they were, not just for the win, but for how Alex had handled himself with grace under pressure. In school, the dynamics subtly shifted. Alex was no longer just the quiet kid in the back of the class. He was now recognized as a thinker, a strategist, and a champion. His relationships with classmates began to evolve, opening up new avenues for friendships and interactions that had previously been barred by his quiet demeanor and their misconceptions. In the weeks following the tournament, Alex's life at Lincoln Middle School transformed. He continued to excel in chess, but more importantly, he found his voice and place within the school community. The chess club saw a surge in membership, with students inspired by Alex's victory and intrigued by the intellectual challenge it presented. Alex, once a reluctant participant, stepped into a leadership role, eager to share his love for chess and foster a welcoming environment. Tyler and Alex, through their newfound mutual respect, became unlikely allies. Tyler's perspective on competition and camaraderie evolved, influenced by Alex's humility and strategic mindset. Together, they led the chess club to several more victories, their teamwork a testament to their personal growth. Mrs. Whitmore proudly watched as Alex blossomed, not just as a player, but as a person. His success in chess became a bridge to greater self-confidence and social integration, proving that it's not just about winning games, but also about winning respect and understanding. As the school year drew to a close, Alex wasn't just known as the chess champion. He was admired as a peer who had demonstrated courage, intelligence, and integrity, qualities that would define his future endeavors both on and off the chessboard. Alex Ramirez's journey from a shy, bullied student to a respected chess champion at Lincoln Middle School serves as a powerful narrative about resilience, respect, and personal growth. His story highlights the transformative power of self-belief and the importance of finding one's passion as a pathway to self-discovery and acceptance. The moral of Alex's story transcends the chessboard. It teaches us that true strength often lies hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be recognized and nurtured. It reminds us that everyone has unique talents and potential, which can flourish under the right circumstances and with the right support. We invite you to reflect on your own experiences, where you have faced challenges or underestimated your own strengths. Think about the moments where embracing your passion or skill made a difference in your life or the lives of others around you. How did these experiences change the way you view yourself and your interactions with others? Share your stories in the comments below to inspire and encourage others in our community. What are the passions that drive you? How have they shaped your journey? If you found Alex's story uplifting and thought-provoking, subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales. Engage with us, share this story with friends and family, and help spread the message of perseverance and the impact of personal transformation. Together, let's celebrate the diverse talents that each of us brings to the table, fostering a community where everyone can thrive and shine, just like Alex did. Your story could be the next inspiration for someone out there. Never underestimate the power of sharing it.